Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more EarthBound Beginnings. Last time, we made our way all around Magicant, checking out all the awesome stuff that we can do in this area, and we also discovered the purpose of the 8 melodies, why we're collecting them, or rather, for whom we are collecting them. We still don't really know exactly what it's going to do for us later in our adventure, but I promise we will eventually find out. Anyway, this time, I think we are... Can I please exit this door? Yeah, moving around in this game is a little bit clunky, as you might imagine. One thing that's worth noting is in the GBA version of this game, which was only released in Japan, there's actually full analog movement, which means you're not snapping to a grid. Anyway, as I was about to say, this time we are going to be absconding from Magicant because there are some more areas to this game, as you might imagine. Magicant really isn't anywhere close to the end of this game. Definitely worth noting. Although, we're probably closer to the end of the game than you might think just because this game is very short. Anyway, Nintendo gets level 21, which is kind of insane for this point in the game, but as I said, I like being overleveled. Sorry. Alrighty. With that, we want to head out this general direction, and there's a ton of these wells, I guess? We want to walk into... which one is it? I think it's this one. And with that, we are down in a cave right here. This is a little bit of a maze. I believe what we want to do, if my guide right here is correct, we want to go right, left, and right. Yes, there we go. And now we are in a bit of a maze right here. Now, it's definitely worth noting, this maze is titanic in the Japanese version. Also worth noting, I'm not going to be grabbing any presents in this area simply because one of them is just a random item and the other one is something really good, but not for a while, so we're going to be grabbing it later. Anyway, right over here, you will notice there is a dragon. The dragon sleeps. Nintendo's psychic power is short of waking the dragon. This dragon will not wake up until Nintendo is at a certain level, so definitely keep that in mind because you need to fight that dragon in order to beat the game. Anyway, this is the enemy I mentioned last time, the Groucho. What I want you to do is not attack it. And after a while of not attacking it, I said after a while of not attacking it, Groucho said hello, then just walked away. Don't know why, but Nintendo's EXP increased. Yep. Now it's worth noting, that XP increase is not actually governed by the hack I'm playing apparently, because it seems to be a bit of a random generation, because while I was actually grinding levels, I managed to wind up with a number of experience that ended in a 7. Which obviously is not divisible by 4, so obviously the hack for quadrupling experience doesn't actually affect that, which is really interesting. Anyway, right here we have this enemy, Ulrich. I don't know why, I just love this enemy. I think the name is hilarious, how it's just an actual person's name, kind of like Wally back in Podunk. Like, they don't call it Flying Head or anything, they actually gave it a name, which is just funny. Anyway, I believe this is what we want? No, this is not what we want. There is a different way we want to go. There is an item that we can grab in here that we want. Alright, smash attack you, 98 damage, and I'm also noticing, I think we're gonna have to scrap something out of our inventory coming up pretty soon. Alright, where exactly is it we want to go? Is it this way? Yes, we touch this thing, the fish drew near. This is a boss fight. And after a little while, trying to do a thing here. Yep, boss fight's over already. Pretty big pushover. And whoa, that gave me a lot of experience. Holy cow. Alright. Fight increased by 3, speed increased by 2, wisdom 2. Strength 3, Force 3, HP 1, which is a pittance. Down here is... kidding me? In RPGs such as this, walking one frickin' step, and you have a wild battle. That's just how it works, isn't it? We have this box right here. Now, is my inventory full? It is. Since the big bag consists of 30 magic herbs, I am just going to drop this one magic herb, because inside this box is something very important. Nintendo opened the present. There was Onyx Hook. Nintendo got Onyx Hook. Be sure to grab this item, because the Onyx Hook, no joke, will instantly teleport you to Magicant whenever you want. And with the fact that healing here is free and it's a very easy place to grind, you want the ability to return to Magicant whenever you want. Anyway, right here, we have an old man. I am a forgotten man. I'm not really here. You don't have to notice me. Please ignore me. Interesting. I'm a man who does not exist. You talk so kindly. I don't know what to do. If I miss people, I cannot live alone anymore. My conversation is always a monologue. I've been alone from the moment I was born. Lucky, unlucky, it makes no difference to me. Sometimes even breathing becomes too much. Why do you insist on talking to me? Are you a forgotten man too? No. That's right. That is right, right? Go ahead, ignore me like everyone else. Alright. That's right. Thank you. And if we ignore him, he literally vanishes. Yep, pretty sure there's humor like that in EarthBound for the Super Nintendo as well. Anyway, with that, we are now out of Magicant in a new cave. And we are now outside. See that building down there? Keep that in mind. It's going to be important for later, but not right now. For now, what we want to do is we want to head up north. Now, I think, is it Start that brings up the map? Yes. As you can see, we're actually decently close to Podunk right now. If you were to head north and slightly west, you would actually be able to cross back over into Podunk. I'm pretty sure you couldn't do that before because there were cops in the way, but now I think they're gone. Anyway, with that, we want to zigzag all the way up north and head over to the next town. And here we have a Barbot and a Little Saucer. We gotta watch out for these enemies, because some of them can be a little bit scary, so we're just gonna have to be careful right here. As you can see, this is kind of like the Peaceful Rest Valley of EarthBound, because there's a lot of alien-like enemies in this area, so be sure to keep that in mind heading forward right here. Alright, what do we got now? A wolf. Like Star Wolf, or just a wolf? Probably just a wolf. Alrighty, anyway, wolf became quiet, and I think we're almost to... Ooh, new PSI power. We're almost to 10,000 experience, which is crazy. Alright, what was that? Healing Pie? I don't even know what that does, but man, I think we've got almost all of the healing powers in the game already, which is kind of insane. Most people tend to actually beat this game right around level 35-ish, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm probably going to be over-leveled for the majority of the game, but again, I'm completely cool with it. Anyway, right here, we have Marysville, which is a completely new town. If we pop open our map, that is where we are in our overworld right here, which is very nice. Anyway, there's some interesting stuff we can find around here. The first thing, I believe, is around by the department store. I'm not going to talk to this guy, but if you do, he will have a bit of a survey for you, and if you answer his survey, derpity derp, if you answer his survey, he will actually give you a phone card which allows you to make 50 free phone calls on payphones. Which is completely pointless because buying a phone call costs $1 in this game. Like, you don't need the phone card, you really don't. Anyway, this right here I believe is Twinkle Elementary School, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what this place is called. Anyway, definitely worth noting. I'm saying that a lot. I feel like that's like my catchphrase. Definitely worth noting. Anyway, a lot of the children in this school will actually have colds. And if you talk to them, they will literally sneeze on you. And you will get a cold. Which is bad, so you definitely want to avoid that. There's a padlock on the door at the top of the stairs. Very interesting. Anyway, I believe this kid's safe to talk to. I was picking on that weakling, Lloyd, but he got away. Interesting. Lloyd is a student that is somewhere around here in the school, and we need to go and see if we can find him. Of course, there's going to be some presents in the area. That got real really quick. There are some presents in the area, but again, my inventory is full, so I'm not going to be picking up any of them. Anyway, we need to search this entire building for somebody. Let's see here. I believe the school also has a nurse's office, and you can get some healing in here for free. I'm trying to remember exactly where it is. Is it down here? Where is it? One of these rooms has like a free healing space in it, but I don't remember where. Is it this room? No. I'm probably going to check pretty much every room before actually finding what it is I need to find. Ah, here we go. Talk to this lady. Small wounds can be treated here, but real sickness must be treated in the hospital. So if you have a status condition or something like that, you need to go to the hospital. And also, she doesn't restore power points. She does restore hit points, though, which is definitely very nice. Now, this is the last room in the whole area. Yes, this is the guy I want to talk to. We want to talk to the janitor. Of course the door to the roof is locked. We can't have students sneaking out to play games when they could be studying, you know. I mean, yeah, sure. It's not that big of a problem. My wife is a bigger... Oh my god. My wife is a bigger problem. She doesn't get out of bed until afternoon each day. She won't even pack me a brown bag lunch. This just got frickin' real. Good lord. Isn't that just horrible? Yes? Then when she does get up, she goes shopping. Luckily, I hid the credit cards from that woman. Holy crap! Don't you think she's a terrible wife? No. When she was young, she was very pretty. Come to think of it, she's not that bad after all. Would you like some tea? Yeah, sure. You're a pretty good kid. You say you need to go up to the roof? Follow me. And of course, we can speed up this as well. As you can see, not holding B, holding B. Yep, holding B literally speeds up the entire game, as I've already mentioned. So we're just going to speed all the way up here. My wife was the first Miss Marysville in history. Interesting. Anyway, right up here. Okay, I've unlocked the roof. While you're up there, make sure to take in the view. It is unforgettable. Alright, and with that, we may now proceed to the roof. And we have a view of a gigantic mountain in the background. Believe it or not, that is going to be important much later. Anyway, I want to check out this trash can. Huh. Can I talk to the trash can? Who are you? I won't come out. If I do, everyone will pick on me. Really? You want to be my friend? Don't tell anyone, but I stole some explosives. Oh my god. Yes. I'm coming out now. And guess who it is? Hi, I am Lloyd. I wanted to fly the bottle rockets that the sweet little factory was producing. Indeed. He wants a bottle rocket. If you cannot get a bottle rocket for him, he is not going to come with you. So, what else do you have to do but go and get him a bottle rocket, which we can do at that factory we saw as we exited Magicant. We have 6 minutes left, I think, about. We're going to do it. Let's head right on down here, and we're going to be heading our way all the way down to that factory. You don't want to take the same route that you took on the way back from Magicant, you want to head down the way I'm going right here. Now, worth noting, again, there it is, worth noting, this factory is not the factory that everyone tells horror stories about. We're going to be doing that pretty soon, though. Alright, got a wolf and, oh, another wolf. Wow. And also, I just noticed we hit 10,000 experience points. That is crazy. Alrighty, Wolf A became quiet. Wolf B bitten in 10. Dun dun dun. Alright, some tells me this episode might wind up being slightly long just because we have to navigate all the way to the central bit of this factory. Again, something I should point out, there are quite a few items that you can get in this factory, but I'm only going to be grabbing one because inventory space is really, really tight right now. Anyway, let's check this sign. Sweet's Little Factory. Let's head on inside. Now, this music. I don't know what it is, but I actually like this music. I don't know what it is, but I legitimately enjoy the music in this area. Don't ask me why, I'm just weird. I'm just weird like that. Anyway, got some rats right here, and these are literally the exact same rats as you could fight in the basement of your house at the beginning of the game. Meaning they are 1000% a joke. So, fight them, don't fight them. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, we want to head up around this zigzaggy bit right here. All the way around here. And up. Something worth noting, again, there it is. I do it without even realizing I'm doing it. Something I should point out is if you have bread in your inventory, I recommend using it at the beginning of the area. Not eating it, but using it. That way, once you get to the bottle rocket, you can actually warp out of here using breadcrumbs, because you will leave a trail behind. Something very, very important to keep in mind. Alright. This is definitely not a good indicator of what we're going to be dealing with later on in the game. Later on in the game, like probably next episode, we're going to be in a much tougher factory. Anyway, this trash can right here. I need to throw something away again. I really want to keep that bread for what we're going to be doing next episode. I'm going to drop the antidote, and we want to check the trash can. There was Bottle Rocket. Nintendo got Bottle Rocket. Again, the themes of EarthBound on the Super Nintendo had their origins here. A nerdy character who really likes to use bottle rockets. Gee, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Alrighty. With that, we have defeated yet another of the bajillion rats in this area. Hey. And we can now head out of the factory. There is another enemy, I promise, there is another enemy that can spawn in here. But I guess we're just getting lucky because I'm just not seeing it. But honestly, I think we're probably pretty lucky in that regard because that other enemy is actually pretty dangerous, so you don't really want to mess with it, if I remember correctly. I also like when you're going down the ladders, Nintendo's sprite will actually render backwards, which I think is a really nice little attention to detail. Anyhow, with that, that wasn't too awful. We are back outside. Let's head back over to Marysville and see if we can give Lloyd this bottle rocket. Now, this is going to bring up something very awkward really quick about EarthBound beginnings that can make life a little bit frustrating, and this will also explain exactly why I insisted you grab the Onyx hook before leaving Magicant. Whenever you get new characters in this game, they will be level 1, and spoiler alert, we're getting a new character very soon, and wow, we're at level 23. That's insane. We're going to be getting a new character very soon, and since Magicant has a lot of free healing, and lots of relatively easy enemies to take out that give you a lot of experience, Magicant is a phenomenal place to grind levels on new party members. That's why I recommend you grab the Onyx hook, so you can actually take Lloyd to Magicant pretty much immediately once you meet him, so you can level him up to something a bit more usable, let's say. Anyway, let's talk to you. Hi, I am Lloyd. I wanted to fly the bottle rockets that the sweet little factory was producing. Wow, this bottle rocket is sure to cause a bang. We may be able to make some more on our own. Come with me to the lab. Alright, and he wants to head over to the lab. Once again, We can speed things up. Later, we should go to Duncan's factory. Ugh. I've heard they're constructing an incredible rocket. Oh, lordy, I really am not looking forward to that. They call me names, Weakling or Four Eyes or worse. I'm sure that you've heard them. And we head all the way over here into the lab. Your bottle rocket and my... Great, isn't it? What? Good job, kid. Good job. Anyway, yes, that's literally the whole thing. That's the whole event. Anyway, if we come back in here, we have this guy. I'm the mysterious teacher. Secretly, I live here. I need money for research. Care to buy an invention? Sure, what do you got? Well, please take a look at the price list. This guy's got some ridiculous items right here. Definitely worth noting. Real rocket. Waste of money. Everything else, pretty bizarre stuff, and I think some of it's actually decent, but we can't actually afford it at the moment, so I'm not going to be going over it unless we really need to come back and grab it. Anyway, if we open up our stats, we can now switch to Lloyd, and yep, he's level 1. Yay. So we need to take him back to Magicant for some training, which I'm going to be doing in between episodes. I'm also going to be buying him the same equipment that I bought Ninten in the last episode. Anyway, with that, I think we're going to end things off here, but first things first, I want to go find the hotel, because I believe you can call home in the hotel? Or no, I think you have to call home from the department stores in this game, which is really bizarre. But we're gonna do it. Anyway, I think this is the last time, this episode was the last time we'd ever be hearing Pollyanna as the background music, because I don't think we're gonna be alone after this, which is really cool. So now we have Being Friends playing in the background, which is awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna withdraw a buck right here, and I think we are going to be, not 1,000, I think we are going to be ending things off, and in between episodes I will be doing exactly what I said I was going to do. Alright, anyway, we want to check/talk. Ninten, grab the telephone. This is your dad. I've transferred $1,590 into your account. That fish must have been worth a lot. After the amount you've spent, the balance is $3,343. Spend your money wisely. Well, the next level requires $1,329 for Ninten, 9 for Lloyd. Yep. By the way, do you want to save? Yeah. Okay, but I was thinking of going to sleep now. I've saved your progress so far. Good night. And we will be resting. See you later. Remember, push in and hold reset while turning the power off, okay? Slam. Alright, now things are really opening up to us. We have a new party member, we discovered a new town, we can warp to Magicant whenever we want, we know where we're going next. This is awesome. So, this past episode of EarthBound Beginnings, we exited Magicant, came here to Marysville, and were able to meet up with Lloyd, who is our new friend. In between episodes, I'm going to be heading back to Magicant using our newly found Onyx hook in order to train up our new friend, and then next time in EarthBound Beginnings, we are going to be heading to... oh, I don't want to say it. We're going to be heading to Duncan's factory, which is widely held to be the second most difficult area in the entire game. Hopefully my egregious amount of over-leveling I plan to do will keep me alive in that area, and hopefully it'll keep Lloyd alive as well, because believe it or not, you have to get Lloyd all the way to the end of that area, alive, in order to do what is required. Oh boy, so without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.